I'm a boss! And I don't know how to floss. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so welcome back, everybody, to another exciting adventure of a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile, I guess. I don't know. This is my Deep Draw Dragon Exodia deck profile in the flesh, if you were wondering what it actually looked like. Even though I've already given what the deck list is on my previous music video, this is actually what it looks like in real life. Now, granted, this is before the March 1st ban list, obviously, which is the reason why you see 3 1-days apiece. I'll show another video of what I replaced the 3 1-days apiece with. I essentially, since it's at 41 cards, I took out 2 of the 1-days apiece and put in a White Elephant's Gift. But essentially, I'm just going to show you a couple of duels that I faced, or that I was in, where I was facing like some pretty tough decks, and I still managed to come out victorious because, I mean, it's fucking Exodia. You can't fuck with Exodia, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but anyway. So yes, this was like for instance this. I don't think I don't FTK here, but a couple of duels later I will be showing you a couple of FTKs that I have. So this guy's running Malefics. I think that's Gear Town. I think Gear Town is a broken card, if that's what I remember correctly. I'm not exactly sure. I just remember some people telling me that it's really good. Some of my friends were anyway. I haven't run into any gadget decks, to be honest. Maybe that's because they limited Ultimate Offering, and that was like a huge part of gadgets, just being able to summon a crap ton of them. But anyway, yeah, so if you have any questions about this deck, you know, as always, people aren't shy to post stuff in the comments, which is good. I'm always happy to answer any questions that you have about it. But the main driving force of this deck, and I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before, is Super Rejuvenation. Just essentially being able to discard a crap ton of dragons. As you can see, I discard a crap ton of dragons a lot of the time, and just use Super Rejuve's effect to, you know, just bring it back. Although I didn't even have to activate Super Rejuve's effect there, because I just happened to draw into it. But yeah, so like a situation like this, always play the Toon table of contents first. First of all, because you want to filter your deck. Unfortunately, I already have the Blue Eyes Toon Dragon in my hand, but I just got a freaking lucky draw right there. Oh my gosh, that was lucky. But the thing is, Toon table of contents filters your deck. It gets rid of 3 cards from your deck, essentially. The other two Toon table of contents, and plus the Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. And that's pretty much all it's for, really. So here, what you have essentially, I'm not sure exactly what I do, but I think I activate Super Rejuvenation before a card destruct. Because look, I have 4 dragons in my hand, so that's 4 dragons towards the Super Rejuvenation. And of course, I had already discarded a couple dragons before. And another Super Rejuvenation, although I choose a hand destruction because I'll over Super Rejuve at this point. But you know, the possibility is there. If you need that extra Super Rejuvenation, you can always do it. At this point, I'm pretty sure that the first Super Rejuvenation that I activated should be enough to win it for me. We'll find out, I guess, won't we? Oh yeah, I have to pull the Pieces of Exodia back. Or just Piece. I guess the other 3 are in my deck somewhere. Yeah, there they are, right there. Haha, hi. Oh, who the heck am I running against? He's running Flamvell and Lavels or something. I don't know. That's a good choice. I admire him for doing that. Unfortunately, got ass whooped. Oh, and here's Fire Fist. Yeah, I don't like Fire Fist. They're rather annoying in my opinion. But it's okay. Also, never do this. Oh, wait, no. Always do that. So, hold on. Maybe I do it right here. Okay, never do that. Always discard the White Stone of Legend first, because you want to be able to pull Blue Eyes into your hand. Okay, actually, I didn't have any more Blue Eyes left. Okay, never mind. That's all right then. I guess I already knew that or something. But always use White Stone of Legend before you use Flamvell Guard. Just even if you didn't know already that there weren't any Blue Eyes left, you just always want to do that. Just because it's the safe thing to do. So I draw 8 cards, activate another one, draw another 8 cards. That's all the Pieces of Exodia, so I automatically win. Bam. That's simple math, even for those that don't like math. Just keep up with the number of dragons that you discard, and you will be an unstoppable force. What am I running again? Oh, wind-ups. Okay. Oh, this is back when... Hold on. Did they even touch Wind-Up Factory? No, I think they just touched Wind-Up Magician. They touched him. inappropriately. Anyway, so yeah, wow, that was a lucky draw. Wow, that was a lucky draw too. But as you can see, I'm sort of getting lucky. Oh, damn! Talk about luck! Okay, that was actually really fast. That probably shouldn't have happened. The algorithm for that shuffling. So here it is in fast mode. The algorithm was... that was really lucky. Like, I drew 2 pieces of Exodia at once from one of the Cards of Consonance. Like, bam! Oh my gosh. That was fast. That was 15 seconds in fast mode. But anyway, so I'm facing someone who's running the Egyptian god. He's got all 3 Egyptian gods in his first hand? Damn. I feel sorry for him that he's not even going to get a chance to do anything. Although he might, I'm not sure. I don't remember what happens in this. Toon table? Magical Stone! Or Super Rejuve, I'm not sure which card I fucking added, but it doesn't fucking matter. Anyway, so yeah, I've got 2 Super Rejuves, which the whole point of me ditching those 2 dragons that I just pulled back was so that it would count towards my Super Rejuve. Because now, essentially, yeah, just activate both of them and draw a shit ton of cards. I'm not sure how many cards, but... okay, what, like 5? Okay, and plus I drew into another Super Rejuve. That's really nice. And I can activate a hand destruction to try to increase my odds even more. So yeah, unfortunately I didn't draw all 5 pieces. But that's okay. You know why? Actually, I don't know why. I'm pretty sure that there's a piece of Exodia in the grave somewhere. That might be the reason why I wasn't able to... Oh, this is a double duel! Oh! I mean, a tag duel, excuse me. That's the reason why. Okay, yeah, I activated 1 Dave piece. Get out of here, Ruby Carbuncle. Haha! Yeah, Ruby Carbuncle. Man, that's a weird name. But anyway, so yeah, my friend here, I have green hair. He was running the old version of my Exodia deck. Because this is actually a really old duel. He didn't feel comfortable running my fast Exodia deck because he was afraid he would mess up. And I tried convincing him that, no, dude, you won't mess up. But he insisted on using Superstall Exodia, which, of course, he didn't pull out Exodia as fast as I did. But that's okay, because I'm going to win it for us. It doesn't matter. I mean, now, of course, he uses fast Exodia because he's very comfortable with it now. So yeah, just get back a 1 Dave piece, draw the last piece of Exodia, and guess what, motherfucker? That's game! See, I just beat 2 people at once. So how do you feel, son? Anyway, what is this? Oh, I'm facing against Dark Worlds. Yeah, okay. I saw 2 Fabled Ravens in there. I was like, wait, maybe it's a Fabled deck. But then I saw Grapha, the ugliest looking thing in the world. Yeah, see, you should have discarded Whitestone Legend right there. Oh, see, then I would already have a freaking Blue Eyes in my hand. But instead, I have to use Dark Factory. Always discard the Whitestone Legend first. Always. Oh, yeah, sure, now I do it. But, nah, honestly, always do that first. And then get rid of the 2 useless pieces of Exodia. I mean, chances are I'll draw into a Pot of Avarice anyway. Or a Dark Factory, that works as well. And then just activate the Super Rejuve. Or... yeah, okay, I thought it might have already activated when I wasn't sure. Is that game? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay, so that's game. Alright, I couldn't see exactly. But, yeah, so here's a new generation of... because obviously the background just changed. So this is me recording at a later time. Going through the Toon table of contents, you know, smart thing to do, smart thing to do. Yeah, that's all I could do, unfortunately. I didn't feel like getting rid of that stuff, but I had to. I don't think I FTK right here. Yeah, I definitely don't FTK right there. Unfortunately, he didn't realize that I activated 1 Div piece, so he attacks for naught, and it doesn't really matter. But, yeah, Chaos Dragons, that's something I kind of miss, because they were easy to beat. With Exodia, because, you know, back in the day, I was running 3 1 days apiece, so they couldn't really touch me. And that's all they are. They're an AOA deck, all-out assault, so they couldn't really touch me. But, just for shits and giggles, I decided to use Neo-Spacian Grand Mole's effect. Bounce that shit. Get back there! Anyway, so yeah, just going through it again. Cards of Consonance, draw another 2 cards. And at this point, I'm not sure if I need to activate Pot of Avarice, but I certainly could, because I've got 2 Super Rejuvenations. So that would, yeah, oh my goodness, yes. That'd be really nice, in fact. Yeah, Pot of Avarice. Start putting stuff back into the deck. Yeah, obviously I needed the head back there. Just activate one Super Rejuve, because that might draw me almost my entire deck. But that was actually enough. So there you go, I win. Okay. Wasn't an FTK, but it was close. It's very close. Na sodium. Very sneaky, I guess. I'm not exactly sure. So this one was kind of a slow deck. This is actually a perfect example of why I liked 3 one-days apiece, because I would run into crummy situations such as that, where I just couldn't do anything, so I had to keep bringing back that 1 day of peace to protect myself and just sit on it, wait for a free draw from my next draw phase. So you can't really do anything, which is probably the reason why they limited it to 1. But seriously, just at least semi-limit it. I mean, come on, don't destroy my entire strategy. But I'm actually still able to make this deck work even with just 1 day of peace. I win less often. Instead of 90% of the time, I probably only win 80% of the time. But, you know, 80 is still passing. Isn't that right? Yeah, that's right. But anyway. Ditch. And an Upstart, and freaking another Super Rejuve, pretty much. So 3 cards apiece, not bad. Probably not the most efficient way to win a duel, but it's all I had, so just work with it. And at this point, I think I had already activated a 1 day of peace, so he still can't touch me. Oh, this faggot. So this is a perfect example of why I have Neo-Spacian Grand Mole in my friggin' deck. Because he thought he was sneaky by using the Dark Magician Girl rip-off effect. What is it, Magi Magician Girl or something? It's got a freaking star in its name. Like, that's crazy. It's like the only card in the world that gets its own little special symbol in its name. A star. That's crazy. Anyway, so yeah, I have to put Neo-Spacian Grand Mole back in my deck and hope that I draw it, along with 4 Pieces of Exodia, because I need to draw that friggin' Neo-Spacian so I can wreck her friggin' face. Yeah. But yeah, because I need to be able to bounce the head of Exodia back to my hand. So hopefully, okay, thank God. Oh, wow, I've got a card in there. Oh, yeah, this is obviously a sort of older version of it, because in my deck list at the beginning of the video, I didn't have a card or a Dark World Dealing. But yeah, that's game. So get raped, faggot, for trying to steal my Piece of Exodia. I paid good money for that card. Actually, I only paid like $3 for the head of Exodia, because I got it from the Masters collection. But yeah, so this isn't the greatest hand either. And I honestly don't know what happens with this. This is pretty bad. What happened? Oh, wow. Lucky draw. Okay, so I ditched 3 dragons right there. Plus, I get another one to my hand because of white stone. That was a lucky draw. Because not only do I go through my deck, but I also just ditched 3 dragons. So, oh, wow. Nice draw. Lucky. Anyway, so, yeah, go through. Oh, a Super Rejuvenation. Actually, I'm going to, go for the Cards of Consonance first. If absolutely necessary, then go for the Super Rejuve. But if you've got a Toon already in your hand, you might as well. See, I just ditched 2 dragons, so that still counts toward the Super Rejuvenation, which I hopefully draw into. Okay, nice, another 1 day piece. And then bring those back so I can do another trade-in effect, essentially. Get a Super Rejuve, there we go. Now, Pot of Avarice. Don't know how many dragons I've discarded. But hopefully with that, I just need to activate 1 Super Rejuve and I draw enough cards. Hopefully. And it looks like it. So, wow, of course, I drew the entire deck. Okay. Alright, so yeah, that's game for him. Yeah, look at my little thing, the Agnostic Celtic Guardian. I'm not sure what I believe in, because he's agnostic. Get it? Anyway. So yeah. This is a pretty good deck. It's pretty fast. It was a lot faster before the March ban list, but you know, you still got to work with what you got, and it's not bad. So of course, pull that white stone to your hand so you can Cards of Consonance it. And if you ever run into the situation where you've got absolute shit in your hand, that's the reason why I have card destruction. It's really good because not only do you send stuff that you don't need to the graveyard instead of like Magical Mallet, which sends it back to the deck, so you don't accidentally end up drawing it again, but it also counts as a discard if any of those cards were dragons, so it helps out with Super Rejuve. And you can always pull it back with Pot of Avarice, like I just did right there, and then pull back the last piece of Exodia. And of course I can't pull back the head, so that's why I have Pot of Avarice. And I think I already activated a Super Rejuve, so that should be enough to... Okay, or that. That will be enough as well. Get raped, whatever the heck my opponent was using. He had a card destruction in his hand too. He would have fucked me over if I had ended my turn. But it's a good thing I didn't end my turn. Yeah. Get raped. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm going through again. Toon Table of Contents, always a good card to start out with because it gets rid of 3 cards from your deck. It's good for filtering. Now I've got Pot of Duality that I can act, and I only have 1 Pot of Duality in my deck for an obvious reason, because for an FTK you can only use 1, so might as well. That was probably a poor choice on my part. I probably just should have set the Cards of Consonance and card destructed. I would have ended up with 1 more card than I started out with, or 1 more card than I ended up with here. But yeah, so putting back Piece of Exodia into the grave and pulling back that, so that way I can activate another Cards of Consonance. I'm really hoping I get like a Super Rejuve or something. Oh, or that. That'll work just as well, in fact. So yeah, not the best of hand. Oh, okay, well actually that was a very lucky draw. And that was a pretty lucky draw too. And wow, that was a totally lucky draw. Always activate trade-in before Pot of Duality, because I honestly did not know what I was pulling to my hand from Pot of Duality, because I hadn't used the ability of trade-in yet, so I could have drawn 2 crappy cards, and it's just always best to activate the trade-in first. This is just talking from experience. Always do that. Pull Pieces of Exodia to my hand, just in case if I do actually draw my entire deck from this, I'll be able to win instantly. So yeah, activate that, baby. Draw another one. Ah, shit, I wasn't able to. That's fine, because with that combo that I've got left, that should be enough, actually. What the hell does Reasoning even do? I choose 3 cards that he looks at? Oh no, level 3 or something. I'm not exactly sure. I've only seen Reasoning used in God, what is this? Chaos Dragons. The same place where you would use like Lightsworns. Yeah, there you go. So that was a useless fucking draw, that Toon Table. But it doesn't matter. So okay, so there you go. Yeah, do that. Do that, and notice that I made sure I had exactly 4 cards in my hand, because you can only activate Pot of Avarice if you have minimum 2 cards in your deck. Otherwise, you're screwed. So yeah, so now because I activated Super Rejuve, I believe I will draw 1 card out of this. So ditch those 2 useless cards, draw 2 cards, and then I draw 1 card from my deck. First, I want to humiliate the guy, evidently. But yeah, Super Rejuve will give me 1 card, and guess what? That 1 card is all I needed. But I mean, I would have won next turn anyway, because I think I activated 1 Day of Peace. But it doesn't matter, I had 8,000 life points. So I see a couple cards in his fucking hand that I have no idea what they are. Thank God I didn't have to fuck with them. Oh God! This is bad. Okay, so Mermail Atlanteans. I actually went to a locals tournament and wiped the floor with Mermail Atlanteans, but this guy was running the Elemental Lord, and he nearly fucked me over. I can't believe that I beat Mermail Atlanteans in this case. But yeah, so hand destruction's in this deck, not only because it's a quick play, but also because if you have useless Pieces of Exodia in your hand, you can ditch them to get 2 more cards that might actually be useful. Because that's the thing about this Exodia deck. Like, the Pieces of Exodia are useless unless you have all 5 of them. That's the reason why I tried to activate Pot of Avarice to put them all back in my deck, and then Super Rejuve just super draw them all out. Pretty much. Yeah, Atlantean Dragoons. Yeah, he goes for a Bismegalo because, you know, in this virtual world, everyone has $1 million and they can afford any card they want. I think he's like $120 or something like that. Maybe more. Yeah, that motherfucker pulled 2 cards from my hand and just threw them into the grave. Thank God I had something good, though. So, yeah, ditch that. Wow, that was a lucky draw, actually. Wow, that was a lucky draw, actually. But, yeah, so now I can actually start doing some work. I think that I need to pull... I'm not sure. What do I need to pull? Are all the Pieces of Exodia in my... No, they're not. Okay, they're right there. Yeah, so start putting them all back. And then hopefully I can draw enough of them. I just need to draw one more Piece of Exodia, so hopefully my Super Rejuve can do just that for me. Oh no, you're going to chain. Yeah, you can't chain to your destruction, but, you know, I guess he didn't know that at the time. So I drew 3 cards. That's all I needed, and that's victory. Bitch! Hate Mermail Atlanteans. God, I hate them. They are OP. Well, I can't say they're OP, because people could say that about this deck, and it's not OP. Because my deck got hit on the ban list, yet Mermail Atlanteans didn't. That's not fair. I'm not going to bitch about it, because I'm a trooper. But anyway, so yeah. Pull back that blue eye, so that way I can activate that trade. And that's the thing I love about Dark Factory in this deck. Is really, if you're ever stuck in a bind like that, just pull it back to your hand, son, and it will keep on working. Yeah, anyway. So, what should I... Oh, Toon Table of Contents, just so I can filter my deck. Plus, I'm about to card destruct anyway, so I want that extra dragon in my hand when I do. Because I can just set Pot of Avarice. And then, because I'll need to put the Head of Exodia, which I'm about to card destruct, back in my deck. Okay. Or I'm doing a completely different way. Wow. This is very different. Okay. Maybe... Huh. Interesting. Do I win? Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm going to win, obviously. That was luck. I wouldn't recommend that all the time. But in this particular case, I sort of lucked out and sort of knew what to do at the same time. So yeah, here's the last duel that I'm going to show you. I was running against Madolches. I beat Madolches at locals also, despite what that fat guy wants to say. So yeah, anyway, this is the last duel. I don't FTK on this one, but that's because I go through my entire deck a little too fast, and that's all I really could do with it. Obviously, this duel right here is not the latest version of my deck, because I just had a Dark World Dealings in my hand. I would not recommend using Dark World Dealings. It's not really worth it. So, just FYI for any people that are thinking about changing this deck. I do run a White Elephant's Gift, though, now. Even though I'm running it right now, and I'm still running 3 1-days apiece. Chain that, bitch. And I can actually chain... I could have chained a hand destruction if I wanted to. Although that would have killed me, because I would draw next turn. Oh my gosh, I'm smart. Evidently. Because the 2 Pieces of Exodia that I need to win... Well, he tried to attack me for 15 measly life points. But the 2 Pieces of Exodia that I need to win are in my... yeah, they're in my graveyard, so they're going to come back to my hand, and I'm going to wipe the floor. Thank you! I hope you all enjoyed that. Leave your comments in the comments section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible, and I bid you adieu.